Kaden Moore, Tyler Briggs, and Jonah Ellis weren't your typical high school dropouts. They were armed, organized, and obsessed with power. Disguised as elite SWAT officers, the three teens launched a chilling series of nighttime raids across suburban Oregon, fooling families, evading real police, and leaving a trail of fear that would shock an entire state. In a quiet Oregon suburb, just outside Eugene, something strange started happening on a string of calm weeknights. Residents reported black-clad men banging on doors, flashing fake badges, and shouting they were conducting emergency SWAT operations. At first, it sounded like a drug raid or maybe a training drill gone wrong. But no arrests were made, and the officers disappeared before backup arrived. Local police were baffled. No SWAT unit had been dispatched on those nights. Surveillance footage revealed something chilling: young men barely out of high school, dressed in tactical gear and armed with realistic-looking weapons. They moved like professionals and carried what appeared to be official documents. But there were no names, no insignias, only masks and mirrored sunglasses. They weren't SWAT. They were impersonators. After a 2-week spree, a tip came from an unlikely source, a thrift store owner in Salem. He reported teenagers purchasing used military gear, claiming it was for an airsoft tournament. Suspicious, he took photos of the receipt and their license plate. Police traced the vehicle to an abandoned farmhouse 30 miles from the city. What they found inside was more disturbing than expected: maps of neighborhoods, printouts of police radio frequencies, and a whiteboard listing potential targets. The ringleader, 18-year-old Kaden Moore, was a recent dropout with a fascination for law enforcement. Along with 2 others, he formed a fake SWAT team to raid homes under the guise of legal authority. They weren't after money; they wanted power, control, and the thrill of fear. Some homes were empty, others occupied. They never fired a shot, but they left lasting trauma. When officers surrounded the farmhouse, the teens tried to escape through the woods. One fell into a ravine and broke his leg, leading to their capture. All 3 were arrested without a single bullet fired. The most shocking detail came later: one of the homes they invaded belonged to a retired federal marshal. His silence and training likely prevented a bloodbath. What started as a dangerous game ended with criminal impersonation, weapons charges, and a terrified community. The boys didn't want money or revenge; they wanted to be feared. But in the end, it was their own fear of being caught, of losing control, that led to their downfall.